this shit.
If VivZpop makes more characters, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. So here we are, with the main characters, the major characters of Helluva Boss. Before we get to the list proper though, we have one unrateable mention. And it's for a really good reason because... You look on the fucking wiki page, she's 17 years old, she is a minor! Okay. First up, we have Blitzo. He's a very troubled character because his dad's a dick, first thing. He literally sold his son off to play with Stolas for payment for $5 and a fucking condom. He struggles with relationships too. Hell, the whole Apology Tour episode is full of people who dated him and hate him. But it's not just romantically, it's also emotionally because, well, it's visible in the show. You can take one look at his apartment and see that he lives like Jacket off Hotline Miami. He's literally mean. Then he burned down the whole circus or some shit, I don't know. Blitz himself thinks that he does not deserve anything good in life. But as with any mentally troubled and ill character, I can fix him, trust me. Now, his ass-eating skills aren't that good, but I'm pretty sure over time he can learn from, you know, eating out the crystal. But unfortunately...
Moxie, I'm a fucking top!
He's naturally a top. But I'll force his ass to be a bottom, grab his horns and fucking yank. But the thing is, that's Brandon Rogers voicing him. And it's gonna be really weird hearing Rogers rail you from behind... I can't say this with a straight face. And it's gonna feel weird hearing Brandon's voice dirty talk you as he rails you from behind. Not my thing. Not my thing. But I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10. If him biting down on my neck makes me bust a nut like Stolas did, oh well, I'm sold. Next up is Moxie. It's to note first that Moxie's married, but I'd make his ass cheat, of course. This guy eats pussy like a madman, look at him.
Oh damn.
You can't imagine what the rim job feels like. Plus, he's a short stack, so that makes my dick look bigger, thankfully. It's kind of like that one joke about the pedophile. And greatest of all, he is voiced by Richard Horowitz, the voice for Invader Zim. Moxie overall is just a pleasant person, so 10 out of 10. Very cute. Next up we have Millie, which is Moxie's husband. And like Moxie, she's also a very pleasant lady. She even taught Moxie how to eat out. And a southern voice. She's got a very fiery personality. If anyone fucks with her or her husband, they're gonna die, which I appreciate in a woman, you know. I love the kind of woman that would actually just kill me. So Millie is a 10 out of 10. I definitely make her ass cheat. Matter of fact, I'll just get both Moxie and Millie together. That's a fucking 11 out of 10 right there. 2 short stacks on my 1mm Peter. Anyways, next up we have Luna. Now, this is a little dangerous, as if anything I've said before or going to say coming up is fucking worse than... She's a disinterested, antisocial, very ill-tempered hellhound. And that's attractive. And I'm pretty sure if I asked my friends if they would fuck Luna, they would definitely say yes. Hey guys, would you definitely do it?
Patrick, you know, this is why you have one friend.
And Luna's more interested in her phone most of the time. You know, I'm gonna lighten up what I said about Velvet. I could fuck a bitch as she scrolls through Instagram. And she's got resting bitch face, but that don't scare me, baby. So I'm gonna give Luna a 9 out of 10. People always say I got that dog in me, but this time I'm about to be in the dog. Next up we have Luna as a human. She is more ethically and morally okay to fuck in this form. So, out of principle, I'm gonna give her a 10 out of 10. Next up on the list is Sally Mae. She's Millie's sister. She also has a southern accent, very hot. And she's actually transgender too. And I don't discriminate. So right here, I'm gonna give her a 10 out of 10. Simple as that. Though I hope she hasn't got bottom surgery yet. I wanna suck it first. Up next we have Verosica. 99% of you are already saying smash. You are fucking simple. This is absolute bait for the fandom. Anyone on a whim can say they can smash her. But me, a free thinker, still would fuck a famous chick, 10 out of 10. Up next here we have Beelzebub. The first thing, please note the multiple hands. The second thing, she's very extroverted, like very fucking extroverted. She's so friendly and quite literally an empath. No kidding, she can sense the vibe off someone. Like Blitz, for example, because last episode he kind of fucked up his relationship. Beelzebub is the sin of gluttony, over-consuming. So there's some wild ass parties she throws. Shit gets real when she starts pulling out kegs of alcohol. Now, applying me to her, I'm introverted. I do not like parties that much, but back then I did used to like taking a shitload of drugs, so maybe I'd fit. She even got Luna out of her introverted shell. Okay, this is like the 5th time I cut off the music, but I wrote this joke in the notes about her having bulimia and wanting her to vomit in my mouth, but that's completely not what that character is all about. I still want to mention it, but I just can't say it now after looking at the footage of her. I mean, just look.
I feel like I went a little too hard with the confetti this time, though. I have, like, a rainbow in my vagina right now. Oh, hey! Is this the sweet pup you told me about? Excuse me? She's a fucking cutie! Where you been hiding, girl?
Wait, fuck! God damn it, I'm watching the show! I'm actually engaging with the media that I'm talking about. I can't believe it. I'm cooked, guys! I'm fucking cooked! I'm roasted like a turkey! Next up we have Vortex. He's not my type, honestly. There's already a wolf character and she's way hotter than this guy. I apologize for saying this, but I'm not much into chocolate. I prefer my men vanilla. He also looks too top heavy. It's just all muscles up at the top and he just skipped leg day. But that's his human form. But his wolf form, I guess I could go for it. I'll give him a 3 out of 10. I'm like halfway down the list now. I think it's time for a track change. How about this? That's way better. Okay. Next up we have Striker. And already he's a cowboy, so there's points for that. Though I'm taking those points right back because he tried to kill Stolas. But I can look past that because he has a nice voice. Oh yeah, treat me like a pig in a slaughterhouse. You take one look at his horse. You know, I think he stole this from Undead Night. Yeah, I'm biased, but fuck! At least a 9 out of 10. Next up, Asmodeus. Imagine Valentino from Hazbin, but not a pimp, way more ethical, and actually respects consent. Now, I'm into some freaky shit, so this guy's a breath of fresh air to me. I keep saying stuff about voices for characters, but that's if it really matters. And Asmodeus, oh.
Oh, again with the horns. You scheduled me during lunch.
Well, you're pretty good at squeezing things in.
I'll make a note on that comment that Fizzaroli just made, but look at those buns.
Let me guess. I'm handling that too.
His voice is like butter, like fucking Land O'Lakes. And quoting Fizzaroli himself,
Yeah, that's lovely. You got a good thing going on with that horny rooster fucker, don't you?
did he just say rooster?
And he's got the biggest cock, you know? Like massive. I mean, imagine like the biggest, just a giant, huge, like a kaiju, but it's a cock, you know what I mean? Like a big monster, it's big, it's huge.
Yeah, I get it, all right. So I can see why Fizzaroli's with him. Asmodeus, 10 out of 10. And speaking of Fizzaroli, his voice may sound like gravel, but goddamn is he husband material. Fizzaroli was injured by a fire that broke out in a circus he was performing at. I don't know who caused it, but he was then outfitted with robotic limbs. And these things are very flexible and he can stretch these out to pretty long distances. And that means a whole lot of acrobatics can be done. On this dick. He's a very energetic person and very entertaining to be around.
What? Maybe I could burn the milk this time.
Did you know that Fizz knows sign language? Do you know how good that finger game must be? It's so fucked up. Look, the bottom line is Fizzaroli is right next to Stolas and peak husband material. And that is a 10 out of 10, respectfully. You know, Asmodeus and Fizzaroli are a pretty cute couple.
Stop.
Oh, you know what I'm craving? Burgers!
No, it's too early for burgers, you maniac.
Burger time! Burger time! Burger time!
I'd instantly go for a threesome with them. Why am I always going for the healthy couples? I don't think about it too much. Up next we have RoboFizz. This is basically just a model of Fizzaroli in a marketable robotic form. That's it. It's a sex doll. It's even got features right here, look. Also noting down the capabilities of being sentient. Says here that it gives and receives, is ribbed for your pleasure. Says here that it gives and receives, is ribbed for your pleasure, has a BDSM feature as well as real tentacle action, 10 vibration speeds, and is machine washable. It also says down here that they're dishwasher safe, cost about $70 and are non-refundable. And there's also a dildo juggling up $90 fucking dollars? I don't care about the options it has. I just fucked the real thing at that point. I'm giving this shit a 5 out of 10. I ain't spending money on this. Up next we have Mammon. This guy's a dick, and not in a good way like Adam was. He's asexual and only loves money. It's not even fucking worth it, honestly. 0 out of 10. Get out of here. Up next is Cash Buxo. Oh god, that guy looks fucking old. Hell no. This is Blitzo's dad and... ew, no. Looks like shit and is a bad father, so 0 out of 10. Up next for bad dads, we have Payman. I don't care how nice you look, you're still a shit father, but at least you'll look royal. 3 out of 10. And last for the dad lineup, we have Crimson. This is Moxie's dad. I should probably mention that Payman is Stolas' father, you know. But Crimson is Moxie's dad, right? And he's the leader of a mafia. Now, all the time I've played Hotline Miami 1 and 2 should tell me that I should not be messing with anyone from the mafia. But that adds a bit of a danger factor. What can possibly hurt? But then again, at this point, if you're fucking Crimson, you might as well just go for Moxie because besides him being a crime leader, it's not much of a difference to me, honestly. 6 out of 10. Up next is Andraelphus. Very hard name to say. This is just Stolas in blue flavor. This is just blue Gatorade Stolas. I guess what makes him unique is the ability for him to manipulate ice. I don't know. I don't see him that interesting. I guess he can rub ice cubes on my nipples or shove them up my ass and let them melt, so 7 out of 10. Up next we have Vasago. There's nothing on this guy, but I like the red. Red Gatorade Stolas, so 5 out of 10, I guess. Next up we have Stella. Let me tell you how much I've come to hate Stella since I've known Helluva Boss. There are nearly 100 billion neurons ingrained in the human brain in atomic thin connections. If the word hate was engraved on each nano-angstrom of those billions of neurons, it would not equal 1/1 billionth of the hate I feel for Stella at this micro instant. Nothing but hate. Hate! Stella is just a big bitch. You can literally see in the show that she's abusive to her own husband, she's neglectful of her own daughter. Yeah, the marriage is arranged, but fucking hell. And there's also her trying to hire hitmen to take out Stolas, which if you know me, I'm not cool with. There's just no kind words I can give Stella. She's just a pompous prick. Fuck her and her side of the family she was born into. And that's why I'm giving her an 11 out of 10. I would hate fuck her right in the middle of a not divorced party. And lastly, on this list, because holy shit this video took so long to do, we have, yeah. Okay, your legs just like a store, they open up and you got people in line. Been there every night for weeks at a time. You in my dreams, that's why I sleep all the time. Just to hear you say I love you, just to touch you, just to leave you behind. I told you, you don't have to worry, you'll be fine. This type of thing, it hurt to happen all the time. Yeah, I just wanna see you fly, because your fragrance got me faded. You be keeping me high. Said nothing better than the first time. I'll be at your service like the check-in at the curbside. You don't have to spend another second on this earth drive. Wet you like a fresh poo, go a second and a third time. Left you a perverse mind. And when you hungry, I can chef you up some stir fry. Get you some dessert wine. Elevate your third eye. First prize, no bill, get a piece. Your clothes off, turn around, let me see.